He'll figure. Folks, this is a Mammy's Gone Wild special, okay? The Star Report will return tomorrow or Tuesday, okay? We've got Mammy's out of control. I've already started sipping my wine. And let's go balls deep tonight. I'm sorry. Oh, my goodness. Mariah Mills, porn loser that she is, clout chasing. Oh, my goodness. She's at it again. I'll come back to her in a second. Let's focus on the missing Alabama woman who is now home, Carlee Russell, 25 years of age. Troll babies, can I borrow some of your slang tonight? I'm calling Cap. This is Cap. This is taking me back to Tawana Brawley, late 1987, 1988, out there on that powder or smoking, allegedly. I don't know what this young woman may or may not have been doing, but please don't tell us now that you were kidnapped, but there's no evidence, there's no proof. White supremacist, they held her down. What was the Tawana Brawley story? They carved KKK in her chest, and she fought them off and escaped. Oh my God. Cap! Yeah, so she turned up back at home. In case you don't know, she was not found somewhere. Somebody dropped her off at her parents' house. Carlee Russell, 25 years of age. This past Thursday, she called one of her mother, her friend, I forget who. Give me a second, I'll comb through the notes. Called them and said she saw a little black toddler along the highway, and she pulled over. Folks, this sounds like to me she got a hold of some good shit and she started hallucinating. I've been there, chasing imaginary people around my goddamn apartment back in the 80s. It was just, I needed to get some sleep. I had done too much coke, But again, I have no proof. Her boyfriend, hold on a second, Thamar Simmons, he's saying she was kidnapped. Please show us something. Give us some proof, I don't know, anything. How did she wind up back at home? She's in the hospital now, claiming they say she's in shock, okay? Also, we have a mammy out of Houston, Texas, in case you guys are not up to speed. She goes by the name, the Sassy Trucker. She's in Dubai. She's been locked up for months. Troll babies, are you with me? Hang on a second. I got notes on top of notes. She's also on TikTok and YouTube. Oh, my goodness. The Sassy Trucker. That's her name. Okay. Her government name is Taira Allen. Okay. And if you go to her YouTube channel, you will see her in a green fucking wig. Her mother has been all over the news over the last month or so because, again, she's been locked up for a couple of months. Her and one of her friends were in Dubai. She was a passenger in a rental, not the driver, a passenger. And her friend got into some type of accident. They got back to the rental company. This chick, the Sassy Trucker, keyword, sassy, starts mouthing off, raising her voice, which is against the law in Dubai. She's now facing prison time. Prison. When you go to her YouTube channel, you will also see some of her ratchet friends. They're pee-popping, twerking and other things in Dubai. All of that type of low-grade behavior is acceptable here, yes. But in Dubai, no. So again, she's facing prison time. The Sassy Trucker. Okay, we're talking about her tonight. Okay, Sunday night. Hang on a second. And, Brian, I'm not going to say your last name. Brian, God bless you. You sent me an email of Bobby Brown doing some type of acceptance speech at the 2023 Urban One Honors. Some type of Phoenix. He was a Phoenix honoree. Look at God. Oh, my goodness. Folks, I'm back in New Jersey. I'm living back in Stone Harbor. I'm no longer in the Atlanta metro area. Is Bobby Brown still on tour with New Edition? What is the tour called? The Legacy Tour? I have to go see him. I want to go see him live. I saw him back in his prime. Oh, shit was lit. That's when he slutted out one of my, part-time girlfriends. I was trying to pimp her. He slutted her out, sent her back to me broke, and that's where this whole hate stems from. But he's on his last leg. Oh, my goodness. Brian, I'm going to talk about this later. Thank you for the link, all right? Okay, number 9, where are you, sir? Let's get it. Let's go. Dana with the data. I called a few people earlier. Florida boy Jay. We have to talk about porn trash, Mariah Mills. She's never done any porn with, men of color, black men, whatever you want to call them. She's not really my type, not in terms of a physical appearance. She's just got that big ass, which to me just means, anyway, it's not my type. But, she's decent looking, and Zion Williams, holy smokes. Zion Williamson. I just started reading up on him. They were or are, they've been giving this guy credit to say he's the next LeBron James. But wow, is he as dumb as the day is long. She's saying now that he was beating her, stomping her ears together, giving her Tyson blows. She put out a TikTok video. She's there with the sunglasses. She pretends to be crying, and she wipes the top of her eye, not the bottom. Oh, my God. This is a Mammy's Gone Wild special edition. She's saying, again, now that he beat her in the relationship. Last month, didn't she say she was pregnant? Then she said they're good. Then she got a tattoo of his name on her face. I don't want to take crazy shots at her, but it's just like, if this guy, this rich NBA player with the Pelicans, pardon me if I didn't say that, the New Orleans Pelicans, if he couldn't see her coming, and he couldn't see through the bullshit, then I can't feel sorry for him. I can't feel sorry for him. He's got another baby coming with another girl. She's supposedly exposing him, Mariah Mills. And again, she's a porn loser. This is not some A-lister. This is a chick who's trying to come up, and she's on TMZ. She's wearing sunglasses at night, carrying a little dog, and she's just phony as fuck. Okay? Blade, I got your donation. Thank you for tapping in. Blade says, Dubai, don't play that shit with mammies. Yeah, we're talking about this tonight, Blade. Thank you for your donation. And Blade, you sent me an email. I got it earlier, okay? Just want to let you know. Burr, I got your donation. Good job with, okay, you mean Rashawn Casey? Federal agent terrain. Oh, wait a minute. Whoa. Folks, I spoke to someone today. This may take a serious, left turn, and you might see Rashawn Casey in handcuffs by the feds. We'll talk about that another night, okay? Thank you for your donation, Burr, B-U-R, okay? And one more donation before we get into the nuts and the bolts of the show here. Okay, Blade sends another donation. Star keeps his foot on Bobby Brown's neck. Blade, can you help me find out if Bobby Brown is still on tour with a new edition, the Legacy Tour? I want to go see him live. Hey, look, that body, yeah, babe. Matter of fact, you know what? Hang on a second, guys. I see you on the phones. Hold on. Let me just do this. Let's really get this show cracking tonight with some bullshit. Never mind that algorithm. Troll babies. I'm putting the link in the live chat right now. This is the Bobby Brown acceptance speech. Holy mother of God. I started to put that in my community section, but I said, nigga, you're doing too much. Slow down, okay? All right. Hang on a second. Number 9, where are you? Number 9, let's get it cracking. Gene Richmond, I got things to do. We spoke earlier. Okay. Deeds, are you there tonight? Where is Deeds? Okay, I want to make sure everything is correct, the spelling, okay? Oh, and a Karen tried me earlier today. Oh, it was beautiful. Let me write this down so I don't forget. It was exhilarating. Karen tried me. I'm not going to talk about it right now. I'm going to get the show going. It was this morning at Walmart, okay? All right, phone lines are open. Let's go. Okay, thank you, Deeds. Deeds says everything is fine. Let me get my head right, you know? Oh, my goodness. So is the tour over? Is the Legacy tour over, Troll Babies? New edition? I don't think he's going to make it to another tour. This nigga is a chopped cheese away from a stroke. Oh my God. That's God's work. Cheers. Ooh, okay. All right, Deed says the spelling and audio is fine. All right, guys, Sunday night with the bullshit. This is a Mammy's Gone Wild special, huh? Mammy's out of control. A Mammy locked up in Dubai, in Alabama. Mammy is back home. Are you there? Area code 248. Good evening. 248.
What's good, big nigga?
Yes, sir. Can you turn that down in the background? I feel like talking about Mammies tonight, sir. I feel like talking.
Well, I was calling about Bobby Brown on tour.
Okay, can you turn down the laptop or whatever you got going in the background because it's feeding back? I want to.
Yeah.
Let's take this slow.
Yeah, hold on a second.
Give him a. Oh, and Kiefer D.
Yeah, man.
Go ahead, sir.
I'm Bobby Brown on there looking like Keefy D and shit.
Ooh.
I don't know how long he can last, but I thought he had a chance to maybe drop some weight, but he hasn't by now. In fact, it looks like he's gained an extra 20 pounds.
Yeah.
So I don't know how this happens.
Look at God.
We need to, stay tuned. I think when they go up there, they need to start throwing Diet Coke and Diet Pepsi cans at them.
Did you see the speech?
I didn't catch the speech, but I've seen him speak. I thought it was T.D. Jakes for a second.
Oh. Well, he's got some type of gargle growl. It sounds like a piece of his the wall of his nostril collapsed, and it's interfering when he talks. He's almost out of here. Yeah. Shit.
Yeah, that's the jaws. But I'm telling you, if you put him and T.D. Jakes next to each other, they look identical, like twin brothers.
Okay. You mentioned Keefy D.
Yeah.
Keefy D got at Boosie Badass heavy. Did you see it? I didn't miss that. Woo!
I seen that earlier today.
Woo.
He was
called him a bitch.
Boosie, man.
Called him a bitch.
Boosie,
called him a bitch.
He says Boosie doesn't get the 5 years mandatory. Something's up.
5-year mandatory minimum. And out there for that federal gun charge. He said if Boosie don't get that 5-year mandatory minimum, he snitched. Come on.
Yeah. So basically, I mean, there's no way around it. I mean, we seen what we saw. We saw the firearm on his body, on his waist. I don't understand what argument you could have.
Yeah.
So, you know.
Where you calling from, sir?
But hey, man, I'm on the road, man.
Okay.
Hey, I'm just checking in to check out.
Okay.
Holla at me, Rocky Road.
Yes, sir. Salute. Keefy D got at Lil Boosie heavy. He said, "We gonna see what you're made of." Troll babies, you up to speed? Keefy D said, "You gonna run into people that love and respect me, Crips and Bloods." We started talking about, federal California prisons. Oh, he said, we're going to see what you're made of. But that's not my main topic. I just want to say that early. I'm doing a lot right now. Hi, is it Shalencia? That's a nice name. Hey, young lady, how are you? Okay. Well, I didn't mean to say I wouldn't smash Mariah Mills when I say she's not my type. I would smash her, but would I date someone that looked like that? No. She's an exhibitionist, She's always touching her fucking wig. She's got the nasty collagen, or what do you call that shit in the fucking lips? Collagen, Botox. But thank you for your donation. Do you look like Mariah Mills? Send a picture. Are you in Jersey? You know? I'm on Pharmacist 500. I can smash you for 6 minutes straight now. 6 minutes. I used to be a proud 2.5 minute brother, but thank you for your donation, darling, okay? Hang on a second. Oh, we are going there tonight. Area code 848. Good evening. This is a Mammy's Gone Wild special. 848. Are you there? Yes, no, maybe. 848. Gotta go. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay. 718. Good evening. This is a Mammy's Gone Wild special. Are you ready? 718.
Yo.
Yes, sir.
Yo, peace, sir. Peace.
Peace.
Yo, let's go. Want to chime in on the Mammy in Dubai.
Yes. Can you fix your Puerto Rican headset first? It sounds like shit. Fix the headset.
Yeah, my bad. I'm on my AirPods.
I know. That's that fly shit, but I got time tonight. We're gonna talk about Tasha K getting that.
Is that better?
Yes, sir. Let's go.
Okay, my bad. So I saw what happens to Mammy. So I've been to Dubai, and Dubai is one of the most beautiful places I've ever been to. Very clean, very sterile. You know, I went on a tour, and I ended up in some like church, and my wife was with me. She was wearing like a short cut-off skirt, and they told her that she had to like put a robe on.
Yeah.
So like they don't play that.
Cover yourself. Cover yourself.
Yes, exactly. So she was probably doing too much, and it makes sense. It's like, you know, the stuff you do over here in the U.S., you can't do there.
Were you in a church or a mosque? I've never been to Dubai. I have no interest in going. Were you in a mosque?
No, yes, it was a mosque, not a church, a mosque.
Right,
yes.
Right.
Yeah, so it makes sense. You know, hopefully, you know, I don't want to see any woman get jammed up over there, but
I do.
Play by the rules when you go.
Sir, I do. I'm going in balls deep on Mammy. So I want to see Mammy do 9 months for raising her fucking voice.
Wow, 9 months?
9 months over there with green hair and twerking. You know, as they do here in the States. I don't give a fuck. You know, she probably tried to knock over the register to disrupt business as these savage fucking mammies do. Come on, man. I'm there tonight. What's cracking? I'm there tonight.
Well, you know, I feel you on you know, her getting something, but 9 months, that's a lot for just not obeying local laws. That's a lot.
Where are you from,
so,
sir?
Again,
Sir, where you from?
I'm from Queens, New York. This is D Not Nice.
Okay, good to hear from you. Listen, you don't have to agree with me, man, but we're talking about Dubai. Wealth.
Oh,
you know?
Again, it's one of the cleanest places I've ever been to. They literally don't have garbage on the street.
Guidelines, parameters.
On the sidewalk. It's one of the cleanest places.
And hateful. Hateful by way of strict religion. You see, when it's a strict religious... Can we talk? Are you okay? I hear the kids. Are we?
No, I hear you. You know, I got 3 kids that run around, but I hear you. I'm with you.
All right. When it's a strict religious place, that just means it's hateful. Yeah. Cover yourself, you filthy pig. Cover yourself.
I've seen it. Again, like, there's places you can't go into as a woman unless you're covered up. I've never seen that before.
Yeah.
So,
with all due respect,
like,
sir, I'm on one. With all due respect, you're lucky your wife didn't get flogged. Do you know what flogging is?
I think that's when you're beat with sticks and paddles.
Yes, yeah. You're lucky, sir. But thank you for your call. Put the kids in the tub. God bless. Yes, sir. Folks, I'm on one tonight, huh? We going in on Mammies, goddamn. Let's talk about the Mammy who has returned home in Alabama. Her boyfriend is saying she was kidnapped. By who, nigga? White supremacist? We gonna start that blaming whitey shit again? Can I get a racist white person to call in? please, tonight. Folks, I'm so old, I was there during the Tawana Brawley debacle. Salute to my nigga Reverend Al and a host of others. Oh, they had a press conference. Oh, yeah, she was kidnapped, and they held her down, and they burned her with crack pipes, and they carved KKK in her chest. None of that shit was ever proven to be true. This bitch was out smoking boulders, allegedly. At number 9, let's go. We going balls deep on Mammies tonight. Gene Richmond. There he is. Yes, sir. Are you there?
I am there. Yes, sir. And before I start, I'd like to say, put the kids in the tub and turn the water all the way on.
Yeah.
And walk out. Listen, and walk out of the...
Easy. Don't go there. Easy. Don't.
Okay.
Slow down.
Okay.
Mammy in Alabama is home. Let me just give you some context in case you don't know. 25 years of age. They're saying Carlee Russell, she went missing Thursday night. She called 911, and she reported that she saw a black toddler on the side of the road. Now, they've never found a black toddler, mind you, but she's back home. She came back home late Saturday night, okay? And here we are. From Thursday to Saturday, Sunday morning, she was out there, and her boyfriend says she was kidnapped, but there are no suspects, and she was in shock, so the reports say. Please, number 9.
Well, this is one of the most bizarre stories. This woman was out and about late night, saw what claimed to be an infant child wandering by the freeway, and then vanished after a phone call. They didn't hear anything from her. And then she returns on a Saturday night, a Sunday morning, and no one knows what happens. We still don't know where this mysterious infant child is, and we don't know who allegedly abducted her. I believe that she was on some kind of fentanyl cocaine binge, with
That's what I told you earlier when we spoke. I said to you, hey, man, you're going to call in because I'm calling cap on the bullshit. Come on.
Oh, I think this story is, there's so many holes in this story. I mean, where did this girl go? I believe that she was at a Worst Western or a Motel 6 somewhere with Tyshawn and his cousins. They ran a train on her while she was probably hot.
Allegedly, we don't know. Let's not catch a lawsuit.
We don't know, but this is a nigga mammy we're talking about here. She probably was tired of the BS, was out and about. Met up with some cats from the same hood that she gave up with, got high, went on some bizarre trip, ended up at a motel, got ranned on, came off the high sometime Saturday afternoon, and ended back at her parents' house. I believe that's how the story went.
Yeah, Saturday night.
You can't trust these nigga mammies.
Saturday night is when she, according to the reports here, around 10:45 p.m. Saturday, the Hoover 911 center received a call that Russell had returned home on foot. So somebody either dropped her off close to the house, or she said, "Take me home." She left her wig, her phone, and her purse in the vehicle on the side of the road, and there is footage of what they believe is her vehicle when the police, go to see the vehicle that's parked on the side of the road. Go ahead.
Well, I believe that these are the elements of something more sinister, and it's not the KKK, it's not white supremacy like Jamil Hill was alluding to online.
Was she?
I believe this.
Whoa! Go back. Say what?
It's not white supremacy that Jamil Hill, the sports commentator and so-called influencer, was alluding to, because she made of course, a reprehensible comment about, well, if she was a white girl, then they would have had all the nation's media looking for this young woman, but because of white supremacy, it's a black girl. You know, the same old white supremacy, racist,
Right.
you know, fictitious nigger nonsense.
Yeah. Meanwhile, BET didn't even cover this. BET didn't even run a fucking
of course not.
A 15-second news break. Come on.
Where was Tavis Smiley? Where was Ed Gordon? They couldn't have covered this story on a BET news break, of course, but they're showing the Wayans brothers and Tyler Perry movies.
Right.
I believe I know what happened. She was in a motel room smoking lace marijuana cigarettes, drinking Incredible Hulk, passed out all weekend. That's what I believe. Hypnotic and Hennessy is a hell of a combination on some lace weed. I'll tell you right now.
And a perk 30.
That'll put you down for 48 hours.
A perk 30.
Syrup will have you ripping off the lace front and running around barefoot. I'm telling you.
Now, hang on a second. Number 9. I want to come back to Carlee in a second. But I want to ask you about Mariah Mills, Zion Williamson. Do you know about this guy? He was born in 2000, American professional basketball player. He plays with the New Orleans Pelicans. This guy cannot be that gullible, and I don't want to call him stupid, but do you know anything about him? Born and raised in North Carolina, and he has been letting this chick, Mariah Mills, just like make all these accusations and claims. You up to speed?
Yeah, I heard the story. I believe she's some kind of internet chick or did some kind of adult content online, from what I can understand. He is that gullible. He is that gullible. He's clearly a mark, and she clearly found herself some kind of financial incentive, and she's using it to her advantage. You know, you've been smashing me raw dog, and now don't try to front,
right?
Or I will expose you,
right?
And that's where we are. Don't try to front.
Yeah.
That's what they're doing, and he's just as gullible to fall for it. He's a mark, and she got him. You know, you wanna slum around with jungle mammy. This is what the outcome is.
Did he grow up with a father? That's my question, because I saw him talking to Gilbert Arenas, and he sounded like just a very misinformed young man. He's very young, and for this chick to literally be calling for the NBA to release him and the Pelicans, this is the type of trash that no man wants to come in contact with, in my opinion. Any knowledge about whether he grew up with a father or not? I'm
not sure what he grew up with, but he grew up with something even worse than not having a father. He grew up with a mammy. And that's 100 times worse than a father not being in a home, being stuck with a contentious, nappy head, grizzly black woman. It has nothing but covetousness, angst, and animosity in her heart.
His accolades already are highly impressive. Two-time NBA All-Star, 2021, 2023. NBA All-Rookie First Team, National College Player of the Year, 2019. Man, the list goes on and on. ACC Athlete of the Year, 2019. ACC Player of the Year, 2019. This guy is the truth. Thus far.
There's absolutely no doubt that he's a phenom and he's an exceptional athlete. Yeah. I mean, this kid definitely made it to the NBA at such a young age for a reason. He was the highest scorer amongst his age group, and he was the most effective player when he was coming into the NBA. Jesus. But again, a simp is a simp, and a mark is a mark. And unfortunately, he took the bait.
Okay. Hey, man,
smashing jungle coochie.
Before you go, out of Houston, Texas, the sassy trucker, she's in Dubai. She's been in jail a couple of months. She freaked out, according to the reports there, raising her voice, screaming in the car rental place. And what do you think? You ever been to Dubai? I have not. I have no interest in going.
here's what I think. This is a mammy special.
Yeah.
And here we go.
Here we go.
Mammies don't change their spots just because they go overseas. The niggerdom is in their psyche. That monkey went over there and became unleashed. Women thou are loosed, like that preacher, like that preacher used to say.
Right.
She went in there and got loosed. Remember that boy that went over to North Korea and came back brain dead just because he took a picture out of the lobby about 6 or 7 years ago.
Yeah.
Came back home brain dead.
What was I forget his name? Sure, a second.
And that was Jimmy Olsen or something.
Folks, we're on one tonight.
But that was a white boy.
What was his name?
That was a white boy that went overseas.
Was it Otto? Otto?
Now, I think it's Jimmy Olsen. I don't know. Let's just call him Jimmy Olsen. Like I said,
yeah,
and that's a white boy.
Otto Warmbier? Warmbier?
Yeah, Otto Warmbier, yeah.
Yeah.
And this is a white boy who went overseas and came back brain dead and died.
In a fucking box.
So
came back in a box.
So exactly, pretty much. So the North Korean said, "Here you go. You can have him now. We're done with him." Now, what makes you think some black nappy head Brazilian hair weave wearing monkey
Damn
would get any other kind of treatment?
Okay.
If the white boy came back brain dead, how do you think this black savage is going to come back unscathed? Come on.
Okay. Good to talk to you. I'm gonna let you go on about your evening, man. I thank you for checking in. Anything going on with you, promotion wise, or anything you want to mention?
Oh no, I'm just. If you want to reach me on Instagram, I'm at real number 9. That's real number 9.
I follow you.
You can also find me on Twitter, real number 9 show.
Yeah.
If you want to reach me as well. Also, Mission Impossible was excellent. Saw it today. Loved it.
Let's talk
Excellent
about that tomorrow. I finished watching it. It wasn't trash, but just I don't know. Let's talk about that tomorrow, okay?
All right.
Thank you, man. Thank you. All right, Gene Richmond, aka number 9. All right, folks, it's Sunday night. Thank you for your support. Let me make sure I'm not missing any donations. Alpha Villains, how are you, sir? He says, Star, I can't call in, but wanted to support the machine. Thank you for your help. Yes, Alpha Villains, thank you. Guys, in my community section, there's a link to Alpha Villains' YouTube channel. He's been putting up great content, and he addressed Adam 22's wife, Lena the Plug, and that whole, the sex film. I haven't watched it. I'm not interested in watching it, but he gave a great breakdown, pardon me. Alpha Villains, thank you for tapping in. Hey, Nia sends in a donation. Please pick up 949. Where are you? Hold on a second. Nia, is that you? I got your donation. Thank you for your support. 949.
Yes, this is me, Star. I'm just calling in to tell you that I like your show. This is my first time being able to catch you live.
Thank you.
But I do binge watch you, so that's why I sent what I sent.
Okay, thank you, dear.
That's it. I didn't want to hold a long conversation. Just wanted to let you know that I appreciate you, and I am calling from Simi Valley, California. That's where I live now.
Nice. Are you from there, born and raised, or you just found your way out there?
No. Born and raised in Gary, Indiana.
Okay.
But the phone number where I used to live in Irvine, California, but I've been in Simi Valley for 7 years. But I've never called you live. I work a lot and I'm doing my thing, but you're on here now. And so let me cash app him because I do binge watch you and you deserve it.
Thank you. But now I just want you to know this is the objective perspective. Everybody gets it. Tonight we're going in on a certain type, and there's other times when I go in on the Italians, the Irish, so I appreciate what you've said, and I appreciate that donation. I do. Oh, hello, you there?
Okay.
Okay.
Yes, I'm here.
Do you want to comment on the topics, or you just wanted to...
No, I don't. I want to let your other callers have a chance. I'm going to sit back and relax. I'm actually listening to you.
Thank you, darling.
And I'm shopping, so I want to finish with that, doing a little
Okay.
bit of shopping. But I appreciate you. So
Thank you, dear.
I did look up Cash App tag and, put it in there. And from me to you, thank you. And I
Thank you
appreciate
so much.
you.
You travel safe. Take care now. Bye.
Thank you. You do the same.
Okay,
Bye-bye.
bye. What a sweetie, huh? Nice, and a nice picture, huh? Thank you so much. Folks, we're jumping out the window tonight. Mammy's going wild. Mammy's going ape shit. Oh, can I pause this show here for a second? Karen tried me today at Walmart. Now, I live in Stone Harbor, New Jersey. For those who don't know, I ain't hiding. I just moved back here right after July the 4th. This is a house that I purchased back in 2004, and I'm going to sell it and get out of Dodge somewhere around Christmas, maybe sooner. I don't know. So I went to Walmart this morning, which is roughly 10 miles, 11 miles away from me, okay? I'm one of those people who gets up early. I like to sip some coffee and smoke a cigar and talk to myself, as many people do. And I answer myself. I come to conclusions. I process things, So, having been raised in New Jersey, I know how to deal with Karens. I was raised by a Karen. My mother's more of a traditional Italian woman, not so much a new Karen of today, but anyway, I was raised by a Karen, right? So I'm coming out of the Walmart exit, and I've got some items in my cart. I get my receipt ready because I don't want to get into any type of contentious situation with a Karen or a mammy. When I lived in the Atlanta tri-state, Woodstock, pardon me, the Atlanta metro area, I would always have my receipt ready for the mammies. This morning, I had my receipt ready for the Karen. And she, in typical Karen fashion, she says, "How's it going?" Very loud. You see, Karen tries to put forth the passive-aggressive tone, off the rip, to see if you are going to be receptive or if you are going to be of savage breeding. It's deep. It's deep. And she said, "How's it going?" Again, having been raised with Karens, I know how to respond. And I said, "Horrible." I passed her the receipt. She said, "Oh, what's wrong?" I said very quickly, "Well, I just came home from the penitentiary and my boyfriend kicked me out, but never mind that. There's the receipt." She said, "Oh my God. Oh my God. Never mind that." She literally said, "Never mind the receipt. Go ahead. You go have a nice day." Did you catch that? Should I run it back? You see, you have to disarm Karen. You have to let her think that she's empowered. Because Karen wants to let you know that she has the authority, keyword, the authority to ruin your fucking life. And when you deal with a Karen, you have to give her that little, that little nudge, even if she's a fucking hag, and this bitch was a hag, nasty, stringy hair, looked like she had lice. Yeah, oh, okay. I see a couple of people. Yeah, I said, horrible. I just came home from the penitentiary, and my boyfriend kicked me out. She felt empowered. Give me a second. I just want to see if you can understand the levels to dealing with Karen. You have to deal with Karen differently than how you deal with Mammy. You see, Mammy wants to fight. Motherfucker. There's a different way to disarm Mammy. And as you know, having lived in Woodstock, since 2019, I've never had a physical confrontation with Mammy. I make them smile, But anyway, so Karen, she gave me the receipt. Said, "Oh my God, you go have a nice day." I made her feel like she was doing her godly duty to help the less fortunate. Even in reality, I'm fucking rich, and that bitch takes receipts at the fucking Walmart exit. I just wanted to share that with you. Karen tried me today, and I look forward to seeing her again, and then I'll tell her a different story if she ever, tries to ask me about, whatever, the penitentiary, yada, 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 which I'm sure she won't, but just want to spit that out, okay? Blade, I got your donation. Thank you for tapping in. Okay. Guys, I feel like talking. Do you mind if I just talk a little bit with regards to the 25-year-old who is home, and let's just say we're all grateful that she's home because, she could have wound up in a ditch somewhere. I have no proof that she was doing drugs. I just want to say that. I'm not trying to catch a lawsuit, but, I've seen all sorts of things, and having done, raw coke, fish scale, back in the 80s, from 1981 until 91, I know the effects. So this woman came home Saturday night, 10:45 p.m. She was missing since Thursday, okay? Carlee Russell, her boyfriend is now saying she was kidnapped. We haven't seen any proof of kidnappers. We have nothing. He says she was fighting. Okay, well, I'm sure the story will develop as the week goes on. But let me just say this. Claiming to have seen a black child on the side of the road, if this was true, where's the child? Where's the child now? Has anybody reported a missing child? The effects of drugs are deep. I'm not even trying to make it a funny thing, but I have been so high sometimes, you see shit, or you think you see something when you see a shadow. You see a shadow. Your central nervous system that gets affected by the narcotic and your oxygen intake, it affects your equilibrium. I had to learn this the hard way after getting so high and hiding behind curtains, hiding in the closet with the fucking 9mm, thinking somebody was getting ready to bust through the fucking front door. In the closet for 15, 20 minutes, sweating. Couldn't even get out of the closet to go cut the AC on. Has anybody been there? The chemical imbalance, the narcotic or the alcohol or the combination of the two, combined with your oxygen intake, causes you to hallucinate. Now, many of you are much more smarter than me, so you can give a better breakdown. But there's a lot also with regards to your subconscious. Certain things that are in different compartments in your brain that you don't necessarily think about, but your memory has them. How do you say that word? Compartmentalized? I saw a film in 1975. I think it was 75 or 76. Maybe someone can Google this. And it spooked the fuck out of me. I was born in 64. So in 75, what was I, 11? 11. And it was called A Trilogy of Terror with Karen Black. And I'll never forget this fucking film. A little black voodoo doll, right? This is going very far back. Just give me a second. The necklace fell off the goddamn voodoo doll's neck, and the voodoo doll came to life. She starts getting chased around the goddamn apartment by this little doll with a fucking spear. Now, you might laugh, But that stayed in the back of my mind. So when the 80s came rolling around and I'm fucking doing coke, I mean, fish scale, my nigga. I started thinking I saw, that little doll running around my goddamn apartment. Does that sound crazy? The memory of that film, that little doll, stayed with me. And then when I got so fucking high, it appeared again. Now, sorry to drag this out, but I just wanted to say this is what may have happened. Again, I have no proof. I'm not calling this chick. Well, I mean, I don't know if she does drugs or not, but, the drugs of choice today are crazy. Fentanyl. Give me some other names of the drugs. Yeah. Tweaking. I was tweaking back in the days. What are the drugs of choice you guys use today? And I don't want to know. I enjoy being sober. I enjoy having a fucking glass of wine. K2, spice and K2, Molly, Percocet, meth, bath salt. Do they still even make that shit? They used to make that in Florida. If this female, and I have no proof, was on something, get her some fucking help. Carlee Russell, 25 years of age, out of Alabama. Pardon me. She's back home. Okay. And I also want to talk about the sassy trucker tonight, guys. Yeah. In Dubai. If you go to her YouTube channel, you will see her and some of her friends in Dubai twerking their little nasty booties. Hang on a second. I think that's the homie. Peace. Is that left-handed?
Peace. What's going on, man? Listen, I had to chime in.
Good to hear
and listen, I'm on the topics tonight, my guy.
Yes,
I'm
sir.
on the topics tonight, and you just kind of like sparked the nerve when you talked about the trilogy of terror.
Oh man,
if you haven't seen that movie, yo, this is when we was little. Like, you're older than me, but I was little. Remember laying on the floor at my grandmother's house, watching it on the floor model TV because it was the movie of the week.
Right.
Come on now, don't play with me.
Right.
She bought the doll from like a pawn shop or garage sale or something. She brought it home, right? The dude, it was a little black doll with a spear or whatever.
Yeah.
And yo, when the necklace came off the neck, yo, she tried to put that thing in the microwave. She was in the tub, and the thing came through the door. Yo, son.
That stayed with me.
That's an ill movie.
That stayed with me in a spooky way. And in the 80s, man, when I would get so fucking high, I thought I'm seeing shit running around the goddamn apartment up on 152nd Street. But hey, man, I have to ask you about Zion Williamson. Is this guy the truth? Is he a sucker? Did he grow up with a father? How is this chick Mariah Mills, just trying to clown and humiliate this guy because he was smashing her? What's going on?
Listen, man, as far as Zion being the truth, for me, because, I'm a sports head, so
yes.
I've been watching Zion, man. So, he played that 1 year at Duke. He was doing, and this is just my opinion, and other sports heads, who know the story could get at me.
Okay.
He was doing his thing until his sneaker fell apart. That's another story. Okay? So, number 1 draft pick, and the first pick of the 2019 draft, signed a real big deal. His situation is that he stays getting hurt, and he's down there in New Orleans with all those beignets and all that good seafood, the etouffee and all that. He's really, really big.
Okay.
In the literal sense. As far as him and Mariah Mills, man, she may have caught him out there, absolutely. But I feel like Mariah Mills, and I'm just going to say this, man, because I've been watching the whole thing go down on Twitter.
Okay.
She was getting at this dude so bad on Twitter. They kicked her off of Twitter.
Right.
They blocked her on. She was getting at him so bad. Yeah. And for me, and this is just my opinion, and whoever wants to say what, I'm with it. Like, she's doing her last desperate reach right now, saying that he abused her. Like, because that should have been the first thing. If you was trying to get at him, if you found out that he had another baby on the way by somebody else and this and that and the third, that should have been the first thing you put out there. You did so. You got me pregnant. You had mirrors in the closet, and we was doing this, and we got the sex tapes, and it was crazy. So, like, for me, this is the last-ditch effort. And then you know what else, Star?
If I can jump in for a second.
Let me say one more thing.
Hang on. In no way, shape, or form am I on this broad's side. I think she's trash.
Right.
I don't like how she's moving. If anything, as an older man, I want to try and give the younger guys some type of game or put them up on trash like this. Let me just read one of her tweets on Twitter. NBA, I have sex tapes of me and at Zion Williamson, and he also has them on his trap phone at NBA, at Pelicans NBA. Trade him now. He doesn't deserve to be in New Orleans. Sex tapes dropping soon. This is a fucking loser to me to do that type of goofy shit. Go ahead.
And then, you know, for the thing that she put out, the last thing she put out with the physical abuse is like, what is the deal with these? What is the deal with the gravity-defying tears? Like, she was wiping her eyelid. Like, I'm like, come on, yo.
Yeah, that's what I said earlier.
Whatever you was wiping up there, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, I got you, but yeah, I was like, come on, yo. And so for me, man, I don't want to dive too much into it because who knows the truth from a lie, but it's three sides to every story. But for me, man, I just think that, you know, Zion got caught out there. Absolutely. You know what I mean? So, again, it is what it is. You reap what you sow. Yeah. Now, the situation in Alabama. Come on, yo.
Well, let's be sensitive. Hang on, let's be sensitive.
Yeah, absolutely.
After I've already dogged her. She's 25. She's back home. I don't know if she's ever done any drugs, but I'm just giving some background, and I've seen females like her, that whole Tawana Brawley situation, you know, missing for a couple of days, and then pops back up, blaming people, saying she was kidnapped by white people. Go ahead.
I'm gonna preface my commentary and my opinion on this.
Go ahead.
All we want to know is what happened. All we want to know is what the end story is. What happened? How did you get into a situation? Because we got all the statistics and ballistics that she was on the phone and they heard her scream and they left the watch and the wig and this and that. So all that is ingredients for somebody snaps it up. Because my thing, what I said on my Twitter was that really a toddler? It could have been some, small person or whatever, and got her caught up in the situation, whatever. So again, we feel empathy towards her, right. But then at the end of the day, it's like, okay, now all of a sudden you come back home on barefoot, and everybody's just supposed to go back to their lives after everybody tweeted, this woman is missing. Let's find this woman. Whoopty-woo. Everybody's feeling some kind of way. And then, you want to feel for them, but you really can't because you're trying to put the ballistics of the story together and it don't make sense. It don't jive. How come, like you said, how come nobody else reported seeing a young black baby at night on the side of the road? Yeah. Like, that's kind of unusual. You know what I mean? And then, 3 minutes, the cops pulled up 5 minutes later, right. and you see all, listen, it's been all types of
tweaking
like that on the internet about what could have happened and what didn't happen and what should have happened. It's like now they want their privacy. And I was living my life until I got inundated with this nonsense on Thursday, not to call it nonsense, but we just want to know what happened.
Right.
Don't leave us in the lurch.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
I'm sure as the days go on, we're going to hear more. But her boyfriend has already stepped in and said she was kidnapped. So I think we should hold him to this because in today's day and time, there's video footage, there's all sorts of phone records and things of that nature, and we can. But she left her phone in the vehicle along with her wig. So I don't know. But hey, man, when's the next episode of Down and In Sports Talk coming out? Please.
Tuesday night, we're doing our thing live and direct on YouTube at 8 o'clock.
Nice.
Yada Bear's already got at me today. She's very, very upset about the situation. She's going to speak her mind on Tuesday night.
Okay.
Salute and to my co-D Yada Bear. Listen, I just want to say something about the Sassy Mammies in Dubai.
Oh, my goodness. Sassy Trucker. That's her name, the Sassy Trucker.
Sassy Trucker.
She's on YouTube.
I was in Dubai. I was in United Arab Emirates, man. They do not play that nonsense out there. Yeah. They do not, for real. Yeah. Like, and the official, like with the Saudis with the handcuffs around the briefcases with the money, official.
Yeah.
Like their taxis was like Mercedes Benzes and all that fly shit, you know what I mean? And I just feel like, you don't go over there doing that. I mean, again, everybody's in such a race to have so much empathy. That's their country.
Right.
You do if you don't research and you don't, you know what I mean, and you don't do the knowledge to where you're going and what happens over there, what they do, you belong to them now. Yeah. Basically. You know what I mean?
Well, she's learning the hard way.
She's
learning the hard way. But listen, I'm going to take other calls. Good to talk to you, left-handed. Peace.
All right, go ahead, man. I appreciate you.
Yes,
I'm
sir.
out.
Peace. Okay. Left-handed tapping in. Tiara Allen, that's the name of the sassy trucker in Dubai. Screaming at a rental car firm for refusing to return personal items. They wouldn't return her items. The rental car firm wanted her and her friend, who were driving a rental vehicle, and Tiara Allen was in the passenger seat, started, barking back at the guy. They get arrested. They were on vacation. Back in April when the altercation occurred, okay? Did I mention Tasha K gave Clayface, a.k.a. Whack 100, some bars, gave him some bars. And she said, nigga, I'll put them white people on you, talking about the police. Now, never mind the fact that Tasha K and I are very cool. Never mind that, but just I like the way she got right back at him. She didn't have to call him out his name and do all that extra shit. She let him know. I'll put them white people on you. Pull up. She dropped the Addy. Well, he already had the Addy. I think he pulled up to try and whatever, scare her. At some point when you start doing that type of goofy shit and you run up on the right person, there's consequences. But she handled it professionally. She responded. And thank you to the young lady who sent me the paperwork to show that all of that stuff with R. Kelly and him now blaming the correction officer, all of that was addressed by the court. And the court threw that shit out and said, nah, that's not even, that doesn't even make a dent in the reason why his ass was convicted. So I tend to think that R. Kelly, who, is serving 30 years or more, he's got to find another angle. And I'm not rooting for him. I'm not. This has nothing to do with me liking his music. If you're doing that type of low-level, low-grade nonsense, and as I've already said, he was supported by an atmosphere of acceptance. Do your time, nigga. Do your time. Guys, also on the screen, youtube.com/@alphavillains. Again, he's in my community section. Got a great video. Great videos. He puts out daily content. Please go there. Tell him I sent you. Okay? Sit tight on the phones. I'm coming to Cash App and PayPal. Tomorrow, DJ Alias will be posting new music, about 25 new songs on my platform, shot97.com, okay? 24-hour drill rap, shot97.com. And for those who don't know, that is a name that I created back in the late 90s when I was writing for The Source magazine. Then when I got to Hot 97, because of the shootings, the first shooting was with Lil Kim and those guys. What year was that? I forget. We started calling it Shot 97 then. And Capone Noriega's crew. Hey, let me ask you guys a question, because we're all over the place tonight. We're all over the place tonight. Has Lil Kim ever been on the Drink Champs? Has Lil Kim ever been on the Drink Champs? Hey, Miss Ruth, I got your donation. Thank you so much. She says, salute, Star, good show tonight. I'm not going to disrespect Nori, but Lil' Kim should be on the Drink Champs. That's all safer right now. Okay. Mouth is a Mouth sends in a donation. Gene was moist. Tell him to call me. We had a great night. Big Key tapping in. Star, the sassy trucker. Lucky she didn't get beat or stoned. Black women better tighten up outside U.S. Those countries ain't thirsty and will let you know. Wet Work Kiwi got your donation. Star, the jazz take of the show. Okay, you mean my music at the end. Okay. Put me in a good mood. Appreciate the content, listening on the job. Philly Union drywall finisher. Hey, man, thank you for your support. I'll actually be in Philly next week on business. Thank you for your donation. Folks, it's raining here in Stone Harbor. If the power goes out, I'm letting you know right now, I'll come back tomorrow, okay? I've had some issues with the power going out here since being back in Stone Harbor, New Jersey. I'm like right on the beach, okay? Just let you know, I hear it raining. And I hear the thunder as well. Bussy Nation got you donation. Oh, okay, he's going at Rory. Big Aki also says, and that goofy bitch was getting jumped on. Okay, wow, easy. Big Aki, damn. Okay, he's going in on the Alabama missing woman. Damn, jeez, and told that dumb nigga they kidnapped me when I grabbed the toddler off the I-95. Again, I have no proof that she does drugs, but I'm just going off of this shit that I used to do. Yo, I was working in the MTV mailroom. We used to get so high off of coke on 152nd between Broadway and Amsterdam. That's where I lived, apartment 4C. Sweating, 5 o'clock in the morning. Just gonna do one more line, you know? And then in about an hour and a half time to go to work. Gotta drink some fucking milk to calm down. Take a shower. Go to work, you know? Sweating. Telling people in the mailroom, yeah, I got a cold. All congested and sniffling, yeah. 85 degrees outside, yeah, I got a cold. That was the powder. Thank you for your donation, Big Eye Key. Let's go to area code 908. Good evening. We're out there tonight. 908. Good evening. Good evening. Good evening.
Yo.
Yes, sir.
Is that me?
Yeah, that's you. How are you, sir?
Yo, what's going on, Star? What's going on, Star?
Yeah.
Respect.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. What do you want to start?
Yeah, I know we all over the place tonight, so
Yeah.
I don't know where I should start.
Mariah Mills and Zion Williamson. That's my main topic. Can you enlighten me, educate me? I'm trying to, I'm trying not to go in on this broad, but at the same time, how is this guy doing all this goofy shit with this porn trash? How?
Hey, Star, on some real shit, apart my language, on some realness, I really don't know too much about that. What brought me to call you was you talking about that movie with the white lady and that little doll.
A Trilogy of Terror.
And that struck a nerve because it was the white lady, right, with the little Indian doll with the necklace.
African. It was an African doll with the fucking spear. Yeah.
Pardon me. Right. African doll. And I remember that, and I never forgot that movie myself. Now, I'm 44 years old. Okay. I'm not as old as you. I'm 44.
Right.
But I remember that movie as a kid. It used to come on. They used to feature it on, like, I think it was Channel 11 on New Jersey TV, if I'm not mistaken.
Right.
But I remember that, and that bead came off, and that little doll would run reckless and chase that white lady through the house.
To the apartment.
And
your apartment.
I said, Yo, I had to call and say, like, yo, that was crazy because I never forgot it. I never forgot.
Now, hang on a second. Stay with me. Stay with me. I'm so old. I remember when it debuted on television. You saw the reruns years later. I saw that shit. I was 11 years old. I think it came out in 75. Fucked me up. Me up.
Probably.
Yeah, she's in the bathroom and he's got the steak knife up under the goddamn the door.
Under the door. Under the door. Going crazy. Going crazy.
Did you do coke, sir? Respectfully, did you do coke?
I never got the coke. I never got to coke. But I know how you got down.
Man, listen.
Respectful.
Listen, I'm on the coke and I'm having flashbacks. I was drinking a lot of bourbon back in those days. And I'm, just thinking about that fucking movie. And then sometimes you get so high, you see a shadow run across the goddamn the living room. You think it's a rat. Yeah.
Crazy.
Come on.
Yo, Star, man. I just wanted to call you, man, and salute you.
Salute.
And then when you said that about the movie, like, I remember that movie so clear because I never forgot it. You know what I mean? I never forgot. Now, like you said, I probably seen it years later, the reruns, but I remember that movie. Yeah. I remember that movie, and that's what really made me call in.
I appreciate the call, man.
Now, I never been to Dubai.
Yeah,
I ain't had no plans on going to Dubai. Yeah. I mean, I hear a lot about it. Like that's the big place to go in the hip hop world right now. But you know what I mean? I ain't never had no plans on going there. So
hey, man, I appreciate the call, man. I appreciate the call. Salute.
Say that.
Yes, sir.
Say that.
Okay, salute. Yes, sir. Okay. The movie Jaws fucked me up, too. Oh, Jaws fucked me up for about 25, 30 years. I don't want to go too far back, but, back in those days, going to the movies was like, and the theaters were huge, much bigger than they were now. Much bigger than they are now, pardon me. So you were really into the movie. Imagine being a kid and this film Jaws is on this huge fucking screen and Sense Around and Panavision. Dun, 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 dun. And part of it, the first film was filmed on Martha's Vineyard Island, where I spent 7 summers as a kid. So I'll say. Guys, on the screen, www.gocreditwiz.com. If you're out there, man, you're always welcome to call in. My sponsors, you can always call in, promote your platforms, your business and or services. Miss Ruth, again, thank you so much for your support. Okay, hold on a second. Blade got your donation. Blade says Tasha K told Clayface to pull up. Yeah, she said, yeah, nigga, pull up again. Come on upstairs and have a glass of wine. Clayface is entertaining to me. He's an industry nigga. I don't believe none of that shit he be saying. But, I mean, he's entertaining. Did he put work in the streets back in the days? From what I've heard, I called a couple of old niggas, back in the days, just to say, hey, man, what's with that nigga talking all that all on Pyru shit? So they co-signed him. But they did not say if he was a quote-unquote shooter. There's a difference, and this is not to clown nor disrespect him. There's a difference between being, a street nigga and a shooter. A shooter doesn't have to be gang-related. A shooter doesn't have to be down with any team. A shooter's just a fucking shooter, I don't mean to sound tough or cool, but I've never needed security. What do I always tell you, kids? I'm the shooter. Anyway, yeah, Tasha K told that nigga to pull up. Fuck is you doing, nigga? All this chatty patty shit. Curtis got your donation. She should have educated herself on Sharia law. Oh, okay, you're talking about, yeah. The sassy trucker. Well, the name sassy says it right there. You're in Dubai, and she appears to be a good business person in terms of, what she does. She holds all sorts of stuff, exotic cars, But when you watch some of her videos, as I did on her YouTube channel, she's out there with her little ratchet black friends, and they popping their booties, filming that shit. And let me just say this for those who don't know, because I used to offer salat. I studied Islam for the winter of '87 on Martha's Vineyard Island when I moved up there to live. And I learned that women, in the Middle East, they don't wear hijabs to hide. They wear hijabs because they are enlightened. Enlightened. So you come out there popping your booty, you got nasty fucking green hair, cussing, talking about, I don't give a fuck. Stone this bitch. Stone this bitch. Okay? Who's texting me? Oh, Florida boy Jay. Big nigga, Florida boy Jay. What's cracking? What's shaking? What's popping?
Start.
Hey.
Once again, we have the brokest demographic of women in America.
Right.
Showing their ass and acting a damn fool.
Mm-hmm.
Once again, it never fails.
Let's go.
We got, and I did some background research. I tapped in with my people in Alabama, with my people in Birmingham,
Okay.
to see what the streets is saying, and the streets is calling cap. Okay, niggas think allegedly, like you guys, you and Number 9 kind of an on point. Niggas got a bag of that good shit. You know what I'm saying? Beamed up to Scotty.
Right.
Start seeing little black niggas, imaginary niggas run around in the woods, and she chased them in the woods for a few days. How's that shit? Took her wig off. Niggas said she got kidnapped. I said, listen, once you get kidnapped as a black woman and the wig falls off, your value already goes down. So we can't move you around too much. You got to take it back home if she was kidnapped. But let's go with the fact that she wasn't, because no reason to kidnap a black mammy when they're running around on the corner selling coochie for cheap. Listen, what happened was she got high, wandered off in the woods for a few days, sweated out the coke, sweated out the fit burger, and found somebody to hitchhiker and dropped the black ass off at the house. Family ashamed. They know, she played with the wet, and instead of launching an investigation, open up the doors to their dysfunctional home, they want to be like, hey, it's nothing to see here. Right. We're all good. Don't worry about the splaboos out here doing too much. The boyfriend got accused because, when in doubt, blame a black man.
Right.
You don't know who did it, but we know what did it.
Right.
And he had to come out. They don't know who did it, but they know what did it. So blame black men. He had to come out and clarify his name and let the streets know, hey, she may be on booger sugar, but I'm rocking with her and I'm holding it down.
Right.
And
now, hang on a second. I want to interject and say this is all alleged. We don't know. You don't know. We're just speculating. And let me also say this because, if you're new to the show, everybody gets the work on this show. Blacks, Asians, Hispanics, people who are phenotypically Caucasian. I do date black women. I like skinny black women who are about that business. Slim and trim. I do date black women with kids. So this is not just hating on black women. But we are riding on mammies tonight. I just want to say that. Go ahead, Florida boy Jay. Go ahead.
All right, so we got the booger bear out here wilding out, taking drugs, talking about she grabbed her mom some type of chicken roll sandwich on her way home, hallucinating. How do you drop your phone or your Apple Watch and your wig and you come back 3 days later? What happened? What happened?
No, she left it in the car. No, Florida Boy J. She left the wig and the phone in the car and disappeared. Now, let me just say this, because you're a much younger man, and I appreciate you educating me and helping me with the platform from time to time. Sometimes the drugs can get so good, you hit a certain point, and you start taking shit off, and you have to leave wherever you are. I was always a cocaine sniffer, but I would hang out with girls that smoked, a coke. And I was demonic, so I would put a boulder in a bitch's pipe or stem. And I have seen many beautiful women, Caucasian, Asian, Hispanic and black, take a blast off the doohickey, and then the bitch starts digging through the goddamn carpet thinking she dropped a rock. So, with that being said, we have no proof, but I want to see who these so-called kidnappers are. Who are they? Tell us more. Florida Boy J, please.
I think the kidnappers are Terica and Shaniqua, her two alternate personalities in her head. Once she gets high, she turns to these alternate bitches. You know what? You get on drugs sometimes. You get a hot flash. You get hot. You take off your shirt, your shoes. She took your wig. It was too hot. And she ran off in the woods with her mom's chicken hoagie for 3 days, chasing little black babies. Chasing little black babies. Where's the black baby? Where, ma'am, you chased the black baby in the woods for 3 days. You came out with no baby, and you don't want to talk to nobody. Where's the black baby, ma'am? Yeah. That's what we need to know. You call the authorities.
And let's give it a few days. We're gonna find out. But hang on a second, man. Before you go, I need to ask you about Mariah Mills and Zion Williamson. I'm just learning about this young man. What is he? 23, 24 years of age, born in 2000. His college record is crazy. His accolades, power forward with the NBA. So many awards. Did he grow up with a father? How did he get caught out here behind this fucking broad from Queens who is clearly clout chasing? Please.
Yeah. Salute. Well, I'm gonna say this because I got to quote probably the next black president, Christian Walker, and one of his glorious lines: "Fathers in the home. Fathers in the home." See, when you don't have your father in the home, even maybe your biological father, he was raised by his mother and his stepfather. But at the end of the day, really, he's a yes mama ass nigga from the South, right? Freaky Z is a yes mama. I'm gonna go to the grocery store, mama. I'm gonna do this, mama. But once you get him out of the realm of control, and he gets to live out his Pornhub fantasies, he does worse and worse. And this is why they always push our blessed athletes to the white woman, to the Asian woman, to the Hispanic woman, because when you get the bag and you still mess with the booger bear sisters in the hood, they hating on you and they trying to take you down, just like this chick. Now, she ain't never going to get a bag with a black man and do no porn with him or do no film with him. She always going to get piped by the white man, but she going to turn around and get the black man in private. When she understands that Zion, he's getting this girl now. He's moving on. She wants to take him down, and this is another example of why once you get the bag, you gotta leave the black woman alone unless she got her bag and got her stuff in order. You can't grab a black woman from the trenches who don't know no better, who ain't got her mind right, and start paying her $100,000 a month. Just being an extreme trick like Zion was. Zion didn't grow up with his biological dad, so he never got the game, never been put on no P. So he was out there giving her a salary-based a commission just by being around, and now that he cut her water off, just like most black women do, when a nigga is like, hey, ma'am, we got to move on.
I want to jump in here for a second, Florida Boy J, because you helped me with the show. For those who don't know, Florida Boy J is not a sponsor. He helps me. He and I chop it up on a daily basis, and I want him to use this platform to promote his platform. Zion Williamson and others like him, young, rich athletes, I really think that they should focus on older women to wife. If you're going to get married, marry a woman who's like 15, 20 years older than you and do a business agreement. If you just want company, if you want someone to protect your interest, to help you, get an older woman, whether she be black or white. Do you think that that is something that could be a reality? Or do you think that the younger males just want young, hot thoughts? What do you think, Floor Boy J?
I think the younger male who's coming up, who's a child prodigy-esque, what he should do and what the people around him should do is get him one of them local girls that was down with him before the bag came, that was an admirer, was one of his schoolmates, pull a Steph Curry, pull what some of these good white athletes does. See, the problem is the black American athlete, Star. It's a deeper conversation. You don't see...
Well, now, hang on. You're going someplace else. You're going... I was asking you specifically about marrying an older woman and making a business arrangement. You see, once you get married, if you're going to get married, you know, marry someone who's been through the bullshit and she has an understanding of business and how to help you. And you explain to her, listen, I'm going to be smashing young bitches. That's not going to stop. And you're not going to be able to take half of what I got or take anything just because I'm smashing young bitches. You're going to agree to it. You're going to indemnify me. But because I'm married to you, there are certain things that a younger female will not be able to take or gain from me. Does that make sense? Because here's the thing. You see, I used to think like that when I was younger. I never had to get married. And I, like my homie, T.K. Kirkland, who's also not married, we're older men now. So we have no fucking reason to get married unless it benefits us by way of business. So what do you think about that? A younger athlete, black, let's say black, marrying a woman 20 years older than him to help protect his business, assets, and interests. What do you think about that?
I say absolutely not. The last thing these delusional hoes need is a twinkle in the light of, oh, once I hit 30 and I hit the wall and I hit 40 and I got dust coming out the cooch, some young delusional niggas gonna come and save me and give me the bag. And then now you're gonna have a whole bunch of old hags trying to be the 0.1% of the women who are going to get an athlete. We're going to be at the NBA draft. There's not going to be no more of them young chicks. 22. It's going to be 52-year-old women up there trying to get the bag past their prom. So absolutely not. Sorry.
Okay. I think you missed the point. But anyway, hey, man, so what's going on your channel? You and Alpha Villains got something popping. You sent me a banner. Should I post that or should I wait? Well, what's going on with you and Alpha Villains content segments? What's going on, please?
Yeah, we're going to do another episode, looks like this week. We're going to have a few topics. We're going to, drop that. I think, I want to say probably between Tuesday and Friday. But me and Alvin, we got really great responses. Like I said before, a couple women have hit me up and said we did a really great show. I did a last episode, Perspective Facts Podcast. We went live Friday night.
Nice.
And we talked about a wide range of topics, so I can go ahead and send you that link in a new picture for the community section tonight. So maybe in the morning, gets posted, and, we get traffic that way. Nice. The last episode, me and Alpha Villain did get had really, really great responses, and I did get a couple cash apps and super chats from it. So just go ahead and subscribe to Florida Boy J, Respect Facts Podcast, Alpha Villain Podcast, and sorry, have a great night. I appreciate it.
Hey, man, listen, every time you put up a new episode, send me a link. Again, you're not a sponsor. You're someone who helps me, so I want to return that. If you and Alpha Villains do something, send me the goddamn link so I can post it, all right?
Absolutely.
Thank you, man. Salute. Thank you.
All right.
Okay.
Thank you.
I want to make sure that that's clear to some of you people who watch the show and you don't know that the younger people that help me, I want them to use this platform to their benefit. Okay. Guys, I see you via PayPal. Sit tight a second. Code Red sent it a donation. Star, if you was on your deathbed, doctors gave you 1 day to live and prescribed you comfort pack, med to make death easy, would you hit the powder? No. I'm past that. Thank you for your donation, Code Red. You do support this machine. Getting older is a beautiful thing for me and many other people like me. Whether you're married or not, there are certain things you just don't want to repeat in life. I know you guys joke around when I take a break. Oh, he's taking a powder break. I don't want no fucking powder. I don't want to relive those times in my life ever again. They were dark times. I mean, I make it sound entertaining to you, but it was really fucking scary. Let me just say that. The 80s were scary. People were making fast money. The coke was a crazy high, whether you were sniffing it like myself or smoking it. And it was a dangerous time. People were out of control. All sorts of people were out of control. Shit got so bad they created something called the club to put on steering wheels to stop people from stealing cars. I don't ever want to say no fucking coke up my nose. Now, if I'm with a young girl and she wants to do a line, I can make a call to get her some powder. I mean, I wouldn't do that in Stone Harbor, but I'm just saying, someplace. I'll say, hey, you need some powder? I'll get you some powder. I'm not going to do the powder with her. Fuck no. I stopped doing coke in 1991 because my body got sick and tired of being sick and tired. That was it. That was it. My body got sick and tired of being sick and tired. So, hey, man, you got to shift gears. But thank you for your donation, Code Red, okay? Guys, let me go to Cash App, then I'll go back to the phones. Charlie, I got your donation. Did you ever hear Tenderoni by... What? Did you ever hear Tenderoni by Bobby Brown? What are you kidding me? It's fucking classic. It's a great song. Don't get this fucked up, sir. Bobby Brown was that nigga, for real, for real. He had the Gumby haircut. That's going very far back for some of you who may not know who Gumby was. Anybody ever heard of Gumby? I was in Madison Square Garden when Bobby Brown ripped that shit down. He had the drummer, Zorro. My prerogative. This nigga dancing and whoosh. I'm trying to pimp on the bitch and the bitch slides off. Anyway, thank you for your donation, Charlie. Blade says, remember a cartel almost snatched Tisha Campbell? No, they didn't. You're talking about somewhere down in Texas when she was on a movie set. No cartel was trying to snatch some old ass high yellow black woman. No, they didn't. Her lying ass. Guys on the screen, pushingforward.nyc. It's one of my sponsors. I say again, pushingforward.nyc. Check them out. Jamal got your donation. Mammy in Dubai is screwed. Hashtag nigga stuck abroad. Well, she's going to learn, if she hasn't already. They're probably flogging that bitch in the jail. They probably took off that nasty fucking green wig. Anybody see that green wig she was wearing? How are you in Dubai with a green fucking wig? Yeah, girl. We out here. They got the Alaskan king crab. Popping her little nasty doo-doo maker. Charlie got your other donation. Thank you so much. Blade says, sounds like some Duke lacrosse shit all over again. Yeah. Marvin, I got your donation. He says, salute, big nigga. Thank you, Marvin. You are appreciated. Ricky Rick checking in. Ricky Rick says, I'd rather kill myself than be with a nigger bitch. Damn. Rick took it there. Thank you for your donation, sir. Newt8282 says, was the toddler selling FBJ shirts? Peekaboo. Oh, shit. Oh, my goodness. Hang on a second. Somebody sent me a link. What is this? Okay, that has nothing to do with my show. Let's stay focused. Okay, let's stay focused. Is it So? I got your donation. Thank you for tapping in. So if I said your name right, I don't want to say your real name. I'll just say Sosay 0701. Salute to you, sir. Thank you for tapping in. Folks, it's a very sloppy show tonight. I'm letting you know right now. I'm going to take a break soon, get some more ice for my wine, and we're going to continue. This is a Mammy special. Mammy's Gone Wild, okay? Yeah, I saw this. Hang on a second. Who's sending me a link to the family speaking about the Mammy over in Dubai? Yeah, her name is the Sassy Trucker. I saw the family. Yeah, there's her mother. There's Mammy Senior. Yeah, she's trying to talk all proper. She's trying to talk all proper. She's probably the one who taught her daughter how to be all goddamn sassy. Monkey see, monkey do. Gangs of Love got your donation. Pet Cemetery fucked me up for years. I never got into Stephen King, his writings or his films. I just thought it was just too weird. But thank you for your donation. Andre got your donation. Okay, he sent me a link. What is this? Let me put this Andre's link in another browser because it didn't come up as a hyperlink. Hold on, guys. Hold on. What did Andre send me? Oh, that looks like it. Andre, is that the goddamn doll from the movie? Let me put, it looks just like it. Is that from the movie? Hold on a second. Shit, that looks exactly like the goddamn doll from A Trilogy of Terror. Or similar. Zuni Warrior Horror Doll, Hollywood Collectibles. I gotta read this. Give me a second, guys. Let me bring in 213 in the meantime. Good evening, 213. Are you there? Sunday night. We're out there.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Good evening.
Nah, man, I definitely had to call in to chime in on Zion. Man.
Come on, man. Come on.
My God. He has no type of guidance around him. I can just say that. Ain't no type of man in his life that's giving him some real advice on how to deal with women. Shit. His stepdad, a stepdad is not the one you typically want to get advice from anyway when it comes to dealing with women because he's a stepdad at the end of the day. You know what I mean? So,
Well, now, hang on a second. Tell me about this young man because according to what I've been pulling up, he is the truth in terms of basketball. I'm just learning about his pedigree on the hardwood floor. Is he a nice guy? Was he raised by a good woman? And how did he become victim to this broad, Mariah Mills? He's a victim, in my opinion.
Because when he don't have his father, he's naturally going to have that soft spot, that additional soft spot for the woman without that balance of a man to tell him, hey, you being a damn fool. This is not, you shouldn't be following your heart all the time, especially when you're dealing with a woman because love can get you killed. Mm-hmm. And in this situation, you see what love is doing to him. He clearly has a liking for this woman because there's no way you finna be sending her 6 figures if you didn't like this woman. You know what I'm saying? But he has to realize that, especially him being an NBA player, you don't have to trick off on these women to get them. They typically just want to be around you for the clout, to be honest with you. He didn't need to trick off on this woman. You know, he was giving her way too much power. And I don't know, quite frankly, how he ain't did anything legally to stop her from continuing to use his name on public platforms and the NBA. And I don't know the legalities on that, but something got to be done, bro. She can't just continue. This is setting an example for other women who get into entanglements with athletes or entertainers that they can follow this same blueprint.
Right.
They can follow this same blueprint, and they're going to get.
Are you a father, sir?
Get after.
Are you a father?
Yeah, I'm a father.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Let me say this. Let me say this. You know, over the years on this microphone, I have tried to defend certain situations involving the urban community, and I have learned more so in the last decade that a lot of what people have been saying is that actually has merit to it. If you don't have a father, if you didn't have a father, you can be of a certain mindset. I'll just say that to be nice. You know, I tried not to take the elitist attitude when I first started doing radio and media, because I'm from a beautiful area. I grew up in Scotch Plains, New Jersey. I had both parents, but I have learned that there is a real issue if you didn't have a father growing up. Go ahead.
Yes, because I didn't grow up with my father, Star, so I can sit here and tell you the shit that I was influenced by when I was a kid. Like when I heard Get Rich or Die Trying as a kid, that really corrupted my mind. But I didn't have a father in my ear to tell me like, hey man, this is entertainment. This is, you know what I'm saying? Like you had to grow older and go through your own experiences in life in order to understand like this. A lot of this stuff is just smoke and mirrors. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if there is some conspiracy in order to populate the prisons more through the music, but a lot of the stuff I was thinking about as a kid, because I didn't have my father and I was raised by a single mom and she wasn't home all the time, I definitely was doing things that were detrimental to my growth and development. And by the time I hit 30, you know, I'm 30 now, so I'm able to reflect and look back on the things that I was influenced by, me not knowing what a man is. You know what I'm saying? Just very adolescent, if I should say.
No,
you know?
I hear you because I never, ever admitted to my father that I was doing coke.
Why didn't you admit to it? Why didn't you tell him?
I was too ashamed. You kidding me? I was raised by a strong man from the South who had a third grade education, but he was winning ever since I could remember. Had his own construction companies, not to be confused with a demolition grunt. My father was in the union, a mason. He built fireplaces. He was the guy on the scaffold who would holler down to the white boys, "Mud over here!" And
they come bring that.
Yeah, my father was in World War II when he was 14 years of age, so I couldn't admit to him I was on coke. Fuck no.
Did you go around him on coke though?
Never like skied up. No. I always I would sip a beer. I'd drink some fucking milk. I would say, hey, I would say, Bill, I'm on my way. I'm coming. I would try and calm down because there was many times he and I used to meet on 8th Avenue for years and have breakfast on Sunday mornings. And I couldn't go high. So even if I was out all night Saturday night, I would force myself 3 hours ahead of time to just stop. Even if I had coke on the fucking table, I would throw that shit out or do something and just snap the fuck out of it because I had a father. So what you're saying makes a lot of sense. Go ahead.
Now I can see you being around your dad after you did a line. Your dad make a fast movement. You're like,
no, sir. Absolutely not. No, I'm keeping it real. I'll be embarrassed.
No, that's real though. See, like, but when you grow without your father, you typically don't feel that way. You don't feel embarrassed and ashamed to do certain things because there's nobody that gonna stop you. Your mom can't put her hands on you to a fashion to where, or get that type of communication with you typically that in a language you're going to understand at 13, 14, when you're going through puberty, when you think you know everything, Well,
I was raised by a devil Italian bitch, and she did put hands on me. She put hands on me. She hit me in the head with that fucking marinara spoon. Pow! Yeah. She gave me the work.
Did you get the switch, though? Did you get the switch?
No, I wasn't raised like I know a lot of the black families. Oh, yeah, go outside and get me a switch off the tree. No, that was not my reality. And my father never hit me. My mom used to tune me up, though. But go ahead. You were saying? Go ahead.
Yeah, we got that Virginia slave whoopings. You go outside, you pick a switch. She might have to choose an item like she on Mortal Kombat or something.
Wow.
She got to choose. She might just have, your grandma using the cane when she can't walk no more,
Yeah, wow.
You know how this goes, man. Grandmas don't play when it comes to that discipline, for real.
Oh, shit. Hey, man, I appreciate the call. Have a great evening. Thank you.
Hey, thank you.
Yes, sir. Going outside and get me a switch off the tree. That was not my reality. I never got beat with what is that? An extension cord. My mom used to pluck me in the head like this. Pow, pow. And then ask me. She always would ask me questions. What did you not understand about what I just said? Pow. Are we clear? And then I used to have to say, crystal. Crystal clear? Crystal, yeah. Drew Who got you donation. Coretta and Betty need to be idolized by women. Yeah, man. I've seen old video footage as you have as well, Blade, of Coretta and Betty, and they were eloquent speakers. Especially after Martin and Malcolm were killed. They even more so eloquent speakers after their husbands, public figures, men of stature were killed. They held it together, and they were very well speakers. Blade says, everybody get that work on the Star Report. Blade, stop it. You've seen me going on them. You've heard me going on them. You know that I was suspended on Hot 97. Stop it, Blade. I just don't feel the need to repeat certain things, especially if people don't chime in. Chime in when I go in on the Italians or the Jews. Chime in. But some of you just sit there and you don't say nothing, as if I'm just, I'm saying something that has no merit to it. Uh-oh. Mo Fax, good to hear from you, sir. Sunday night, late night. Mo, this is a Mammy's Gone Wild special. Mo Fax.
How you doing, Star?
I'm good, man. Where do you want to start, please?
Let's start with the kidnapping case.
Yeah.
Alleged kidnapping case.
Yeah.
As you know, I first started calling in your show on the Jussie Smollett case.
Mm-hmm.
And I got the same vibes as this on this case right here. It makes no sense. You're driving down the highway and you see a baby and you pull over, but then there's no baby. Then you disappear. You don't wait for the cops or nothing. Then you're gone.
A black toddler. Go ahead.
Right. Right. A black toddler at that. You know what I'm saying? Which made me think of the Dave Chappelle joke, like, hey, baby, you okay? You know what I'm saying? Like the baby selling weed. You know what I'm saying? That's what it made me think of. But no, it doesn't make any sense. I'm thinking one of three things can happen. One, either this is a Gone Girl situation with the movie where, you know what I'm saying, she wanted to run away from life for some reason, and maybe it's another nigga or whatever. I don't know. And she just wanted to have a weekend away, and then she thinks she could just roll back up. But the second thing is mental health. That could be a real thing. Or the third thing,
right.
maybe somebody was putting a beats on her in her relationship and she was trying to run away. I don't know, but that.
Hang on, Mo. Hang on. We haven't even explored that one yet. She may have been getting some good dick from someplace else. Because the reports are saying she met with the man prior to disappearing. Now,
correct.
I was assuming he may have been a dealer, allegedly. I don't know. Maybe he was the guy who, who was giving her the alleged good dick. And then
and there's a neighborhood. If you look at the way the highway's made up, right through the woods, there's a neighborhood.
Right.
He could have easily been parked over there saying, "Hey, cut through the woods. I'll pick you up." I'm saying we'll go to wherever, and they're saying you'll pop back up. I think the only problem is this story got too much attention because black people were saying you never cover black people when they disappear.
Right.
You never cover black, which is true.
Mm-hmm.
And white people chimed in.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what I'm saying? White people are efficient and effective. When they start looking into stuff, they got video cameras, they doing satellite positioning, GPS, everything.
Right.
And it comes to find out, as we see, there's some kind of camera on the highway. There's no baby.
Right.
There's no nothing. And then they show her getting out the passenger side, which makes me think there's somebody else involved in this. She leaves her wig and her cell phone there. I'm like, nah, that don't make no sense either. So that's my theory on this. If I had to bet my house on it, she was not kidnapped. She was not kidnapped at all. So that's what.
Well, now hang on a second. I like your theory. She may have been getting some good dick, and the guy who was giving her the good dick was tired of her. Bitch, I'm done with you. And she lost her mind. So yes, mental health is real, as they say. Oh, mental health is real. He probably cut her off, and she could have just, as black women do, just fuck it. I don't care about nothing. Fuck everything. Left the wig and the phone in the goddamn car. Go ahead, Mo.
Yeah, or she wanted to get away with her side dude, leaving the wig and the cell phone behind. It makes it the most believable that you were kidnapped. She's like, a black woman ain't gonna leave her wig and her cell phone. No, she had to be dragged away, obviously. You know what I'm saying? Leaving those two things behind leads you to believe that way. But just to pop them back up, and the family is like, now, like, oh, we don't want to hear about it, da-da-da-da-da. It's like, nah, you involved us. We wasn't in this. We wasn't in your business.
Right.
You know, and of course they had the man haters out there. See, black women are not protected, yada yada yada. You know, but it's like, how is this our fault? You know, so you got us in it now. So we want to know what happened. You just can't pop back up to your parents' house and say everything's cool. No, we need to know where the baby, you know what I'm saying? Who kidnapped you, where were you at? You know, we need to know all the information. And the thing is, like I said, with this whole thing behind saying black people are not cared about when they're kidnapped, white people will give you exactly what you want. You know, we're going to find out what happened. Right. And that's exactly what's going on right now. And and it could be out of a place of spite, right? Just to show that, oh, we got another Jussie on our hands. I'm seeing that on the internet. Oh, it's another Jussie. It's another
Tawana Brawley. Mo, I thought of Tawana Brawley when I first heard this story. I said, what? She saw a black toddler and then she disappeared. I said, watch, you know, I don't have no crystal ball, but I said, if she shows up, is she going to blame white people? That was a Tawana Brawley story. I know you're not that old, but go ahead. I'm sorry, Tawana Brawley.
But somebody called in and said it already, so I want to give them credit. But this is what gave me the mind of is the Duke lacrosse case, because I lived in Durham, North Carolina at the time when this was going on. And when we first heard the story, it's like, we were angry at first because that's your first reaction to sister being hurt, you know what I'm saying, especially by a bunch of white dudes, rich, preppy white dudes. But it's like, this story don't make no sense. And then the Al Sharpness and everybody came in, you know, and it was like, oh, this don't make any sense at all. And come to find out, she was over there tripping, you know, and they wanted to kick her out. And then she didn't want to leave. So that was the whole situation with that. So that's my analysis on that. I'm staying on top of the story. So I will be calling in frequently as these develop, as we did with the Jesse case, because it just don't pass the smell test.
Yeah.
A black baby walking down the highway, no other cars are braking. See, that's what I'm saying. And let this be a lesson for everybody.
Yeah.
We live in the surveillance age. You cannot get away with anything. There's cameras everywhere, even where you wouldn't think there's cameras, there are cameras. And there's no other cars braking that, would have seen a baby walking down the highway.
Black toddler.
So it's weird.
I want to see the black toddler. I want to see the black toddler.
Right.
Yeah.
So I also like to chime in on the Zion Williamson thing.
Yeah,
because
now,
I think this is very similar.
Yeah.
Right?
Now, I'm not too familiar with him. I've been researching him in the last 2 days. I just, I don't want to dog this female, Mariah Mills, but I just, looking at her talk, she seems fake and fugazi. She's got on the sunglasses at night, and she keeps playing in her wig, and, she's just... Every goddamn day the story changes. At first she's pregnant, then she's getting his tattoo, then she says we're good, then there's a sex tape, now he's beating on her, she's waiting for him to send her $62,000. It just sounds insane. Go ahead.
Yeah, I totally agree with you, and it's a common theme here with all these cases. And you said that the Miami's going wild, but there's a serious mental health issue going on with black women that we have to address. This black people in general, but specifically in this case, black women, and we can see it playing out. And I think Zion probably got caught up in it. The young man's on, and I'm not absolving him of anything, but he's only 22, 23 years old. He's probably been watching porn as long as she's been in porn. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So you see these people on the screen.
Yeah.
You have a chance to meet them. It's like a reality thing, a fantasy becoming reality.
Right.
And I think it's the same thing with Ja Morant. It's because those two were friends and they're the same age. It's fantasy becoming reality.
Right.
I can actually be a young boy now. I can easily ride around with the guns now and get all the attention. So these young men are not being handled properly, for lack of a better word, because we saw with LeBron James. When they took his mama out the picture because she was on drugs, and white folks created this insulation around him, he had no choice but to do the right thing.
Yeah.
With these broken family and broken family structures, this is what happens. A woman, especially a dude 6'7", 300, almost 300 pounds.
Yeah.
What can his mama tell him since he's been 12 years old? Nothing. And then he has the talent to make the whole world stop because he was the heir apparent to the NBA. After LeBron James. That's how they was presenting him.
Yeah.
So you have all these expectations and you have no structure built around you, and this is what happens. And this is why I was saying, since I've been calling in your show, the importance of fathers. We need to have fathers. Now, let me say this about stepfathers.
Go ahead.
There should not be any man that should be a stepfather. Now, let me clarify what I'm saying. Let me clarify.
Mo. You serious?
I'm saying, let me clarify.
Come on.
I'm saying, because I said it that way to get people's attention.
Gotcha.
Now I'm going to clarify my point.
Come on.
If a woman does not consider you man enough to let you adopt her kids, you don't need to marry her. And that needs to be the litmus test for men to get involved with women with children. If she doesn't want to give you equal parentship, 50-50, that's my child, just like it's your child, I have equal saying, then that man does not need to be in that relationship. Hence why I said it didn't need to be any more stepfathers. If I'm in the picture, I'm in the picture. If I'm not, I'm out of the picture.
Okay.
And that needs to be how we handle this situation.
Okay.
So hopefully I clarified it, but we need to make it clear that this stepfather thing, because really what there are is dick for mama and money for mama, you know what I'm saying? And she don't want to feel like a hoe. That's what really stepfathers are.
Gotcha.
In this society that we live in now, because as soon as you say something to the child, that's my child, not your child. No, we need to stop that. Okay, when we sign this marriage license, I also want adoption papers too. And if I can't, then I'm moving on.
Good points, Mo. Thank you. Yeah. Hey, man.
All right, so
enjoy your evening. We'll catch up again. Thank you, Mo. Mo Facts.
All right, Star. Have a good one.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Okay.
All right, peace.
Boss Hog back in the building. Folks, it's Sunday late night. We're having a discussion about a few topics. The situation in Dubai, the sassy trucker. She's still in jail, for those who don't know. She's a YouTuber. She's also a TikTok star, so they say. Tiara Allen, accused of screaming at a rental car firm for refusing to return personal items of hers. You can go to her YouTube channel if you care. You know, she's 29 years of age. Her and one of her friends were in Dubai, and she was talking about moving to Dubai in one of her previous videos. And she's been in jail for a couple of months now. They do not play with women, you know, raising their voices and screaming in Dubai. So her mother, who's in Houston, Texas, is concerned, and rightfully so. It's her baby. But I don't have any updates aside from, you know, this particular info right now. Also, there's my email address on the screen, folks, for advertising, for custom live reads or different things. And if you go to the community section, you will see that we rotate the banners with regards to different videos that the sponsors post. This morning, we rotated some banners because some of the sponsors put out new content. That's always available to a sponsor. It's not just putting your information in the screen here or pinning your information to the top of the rebroadcast, but we rotate the banners, okay? I want you to know that. Also, we send out analytics so you can see what the show does here with regards to your target demo, okay? All right, and in case you're just now tuning in, Carlee Russell, 25 years of age, out of Alabama, she has returned home. She returned home, and she's in the hospital now. She, according to her family, she was in shock. Her boyfriend is saying that she was kidnapped, but we don't have any suspects at this particular point. And the little black toddler has not been found that supposedly Carlee Russell saw on the side of the highway when she... Oh my God. Oh my God. The little black toddler has not been found. Niggas just be making shit up. Okay. There's a little black toddler on the side of the road. Child, let me pull over. Okay, so let's say she wasn't on the booger, sugar, and the powder. Was she getting some good dick? Who was giving her the good dick to make her leave the car, the wig, and the phone? Nigga probably cursed her out. Bitch, it's over. No. I'ma kill myself. I'ma jump out in the goddamn street. Area code 310. Late night with the nonsense. Are you there? 310. Yes, no, maybe.
Star.
310. Hey.
Hi, Star. This is Jennifer.
Hey, Jennifer. How are you?
Star.
Hey.
I am good. I wanted to call about that little dog.
Yeah.
Can you give...
Come on.
Wait, I just want to turn off my... I didn't think you were going to answer the phone right now, and my dog's acting a fool. I'm on my way to Home Goods.
Take your time.
Talk about... Let me just turn off my navigation.
Okay.
1 second. Hi, be quiet.
It's okay.
Okay. So, that doll. I have thought about that doll over the years. I am almost the same age as you.
Are you serious?
And I still... Huh?
Are you serious? That movie.
Yeah.
A Trilogy of Terror.
Yes.
Go ahead.
So yes, the doll. I didn't even know the name of the movie, but every once in a while that little thing pops in my head, and I just remember when I was little, I used to hide under the covers literally for all night.
Right.
Hiding from this thing that I didn't even know where I saw it. I didn't even know it was a movie. I was just like, because when I would ask people, nobody knew what the hell I was talking about.
Yeah.
And I was like, how could nobody? Oh my God! Wait, I'm gonna get out of this. just does this when we ride somewhere. I don't know why.
It's okay. It's okay. A trilogy of terror, 1975. 1975.
Is that what it was? I was like, did I dream this thing? Is it some shit I made up in my in my head?
Starring Karen Black. Yeah, this thing, when I saw this, just like yourself, that little doll running around with the knife,
Yes.
I never forgot it. And because, at those times in American television history, certain things lingered, and that lingered with me. And then when I started doing coke and doing too much coke, sometimes I would think that little thing was running around the fucking apartment.
I used to literally think this same thing. I swear to God, I was so scared every night. It was horrible. It was just horrible. I just wanted to say that because I really, really thought that I dreamed this thing. I thought it was Indian. I heard you say African.
Yeah.
I thought it was a little Indian.
When you get time, Google Trilogy of Terror, 1975 with Karen Black.
Okay.
And it pops right up. Now I have to ask you respectfully. Were you doing coke in the 80s? Yes. Why did you remember this stuff?
Absolutely not.
Okay.
No,
okay.
no.
Come on.
I've never done that in my life.
Okay.
I was just terrified. I was just really, really, really scared of it. And I just remember it. I remember it under a bed with a little knife. That's all I remember. And it went around and it made this little noise.
Mm-hmm.
So I just had to say that.
Okay.
And I wanted to tell you I love your show. Thank you so much.
Thank you, dear. You drive safe, and I love little dogs, so it's okay that he or she was screaming. I love little dogs.
I have two pit bulls.
Oh, nice.
Baby.
Yeah. I used to have 5 teacup chihuahuas, and they were really good and trained. I never hit them. They never had to wear collars.
No.
They never had to wear collars. They were spoiled as hell, but they were. I loved them until they all died. They all died with me.
Aw.
Yeah.
That's so sad. Yeah, mine is spoiled too.
Okay. Have a great night.
They're really spoiled too.
Have a great night.
Bye.
Bye. Okay. Well, they died over the years, 2 of them I had to euthanize them because their bodies were falling apart. But I love little dogs. Black T got your donation. Black T says, Star, I may need some advice on dealing with Karens. Shoot me an email. I got your donation, Black T. Thank you. Hey, man, I grew up in New Jersey in the 70s. So I grew up with a lot of Karens, especially Jewish and Italian. And you have to know that they are looking to catch you slipping. They don't scream. Well, they will scream if you push the button. But it's all a mind game, It's all a mind game. And I've had multiple situations where, I catch it instantaneously and I play the game. Just like in the Atlanta metro area since 2019, I have been playing the game with the mammies. The mental jousting, But thank you for your donation. If I can help, man, shoot me an email, okay? Troll Father got your donation. Zion Williamson is a lame. Should have busted in her, okay? I would have made her a sex slave, okay? Okay, and you're saying left-handed something about his nosebleed seats at the New York Knicks games? Okay, I don't know anything about that, but thank you. And folks, because I'm back in New Jersey, the internet is not as fast here as it was in Woodstock, GA. So when the show is over, if we have to do any type of edits, there may be the audio and the videos out of sync, okay? But it takes a couple of hours and then it all, meshes back together just so that, some of you, if you watch the rebroadcast, you say, hey, the audio and the video is out of sync. That's because the file is rendering. For those of you who are content creators, you know this already. Sometimes when you have to edit out, let's say the intermission part of the show, we have to, cut that down for the rebroadcast, all right? Hang on a second. I got PayPal donations here. Malmu, good to hear from you, sir. Star, kids from two-parent homes sometimes idolize the rebelliousness of kids from a one-parent home and may eventually wild out even more. Yeah. Not me, but, I hear you. He also says, boss, when it's never the black man's fault. Boss, when it's never the black man's fault? Question mark? I'm not sure what you mean, sir. But I got your donation. He also says, if Zion gets traded to the Knicks, will you be back in the Garden? I don't know. I want the Knicks to win. I really do. I mean, they haven't won a championship since 1973. It would be nice to see them win. I'm not, a Knicks fan by any stretch of the imagination. I'm nobody's fan, but it would be nice to see them, get a ring. That would be great, And if this guy is as good as they say he is, Zion Williamson, and he gets traded to the Knicks, I would go see him play. Absolutely. Okay. Deuce sends it a donation star. What kidnapper drops you off at home? Question mark. And then he says, Cap. We didn't even put that on the table yet. Thank you so much. What kidnapper drops you off at home? With regards to the Alabama female, Carlee Russell. Troll babies, what kidnapper drops you off at home? Doesn't make sense. Timothy got your donation. Thank you for tapping in, sir. Blade, I can't watch a Bobby Brown video right now, but again, thank you to Brian. He sent me the link of Bobby Brown's acceptance speech, wherever that was, I forget. A Bountiful Soul. Hey, Janet, I think that Carlee Russell was abducted by aliens. Okay. Are you calling in, Janet? I got about another 10, 15 minutes tonight. Are you calling in, Janet? Come on and entertain us with that. I appreciate your donation. Newt 8282 says FBJ sounds safe after 3-day glory. Pardon me. FBJ sounds safe after 3-day glory hole party. #per. Okay. Did you mean found safe? Let me read that again. Hold on a second. Okay, FBJ found safe after 3-day glory hole party. #per. Okay, gotcha. And a donation came in from It's Lit. Star, salute to you and the Troll Babies. Did you ever finish the new Mission Impossible? I did. I don't know, man. It's not trash. It didn't hold my interest, though. I watched half of it, as you know, then I stopped and I went and did something. Then I came back the next day and I watched another 10 minutes and I said, Jesus Christ, this is dragging. And maybe I'll watch it a little bit more in detail to give a full review, or maybe I won't. I don't know. But let me ask you a question, or anybody. Does Ving Rhames move around in the film? It's like he's in this one place in the entire film, just sitting and talking. That was weird. I don't know. Just it wasn't one of my favorites. I will say that. And I like the Mission Impossible movie franchise. I do. Let me go back and maybe watch it again. Guys, again, on my screen, one of my sponsors, www.gocreditwiz.com. Okay. Let's take a few more calls here. Area code 7. 718. Good evening. 718. Late night.
Your boom. What's good?
Desmond Fox was cracking, man.
What's going on, Star? I wanted to talk real quick.
Go ahead. I was going to say DJ Elias is loading up 25 new drill rap songs tomorrow on shot97.com. And for those who don't know, Desmond Fox and Rory, a different Rory, not White Boy Rory, you guys help me with the music in terms of programming.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I just want to talk about, what was it, Mariah Mills?
Mm-hmm. Come on.
Is that her name?
That's her name.
She's from Queens. She caught a lick.
Yeah.
Zion is a sucker. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm sorry it had to be him, but he, the hardest lessons are learned this way, and hopefully he learned the valuable lesson not to make this sort of mistake ever again before he gets even more money and more endorsements, and it even gets even worse. And it hasn't even really started because we don't even know how far the lengths that she's willing to go, because it seems like it's just getting worse and worse every week with whatever accusations that she has. There's no telling what she's going to do.
Right. Do you know her? Because you're from Queens. Do you know her?
Nah, I don't mess with those type of scattail type hoes. Nah, because I already know those type of girls. Like, they the worst of the worst. Like, definitely can't go to sleep around them. Definitely don't want to leave your valuables around them. Type that if you leave them in your car, something might be missing. I'm dead serious, and I'm pretty sure a lot of people know what I'm talking about. Like, you leave anything of value, you turn around, like, they going and it's going. Like, so, I mean.
Well, that's your opinion of her. We have no proof that she's a thief. Let me just say that. That's just your opinion. But now she's got an old ass kid, from what I'm hearing. Yeah, she's got a kid in the 20s. So to see her doing what she's doing, it's a crazy look. It's a crazy look.
Very, very crazy. But the modern day woman does not care. They are selfish. They don't care how they make anyone else look in their family. They don't care how they make their kids look. All they want to do is just destroy whoever they have in their sights.
Right.
Publicly, they want to destroy his name, his image. So whatever links they feel like they got to go through to achieve that, that's what they going to do.
Let me Google this right now to be certain. Or do you know, does she have a kid? I don't want to say the kid's name.
That part, I don't know if he's like in his 20s, but I do know she got a kid though.
Oh, she does.
And Star, that movie you was talking about, I don't know if you've seen Boys. Tales in the Hood. It was like a little doll thing. Like, is that from that movie? Like, did it get it from that movie if you saw it?
I'm sorry, say that again?
It's a movie called Tales from the Hood. It came out like 95, 96, and it had like a scene with like a little possessed little doll. It was like, I guess, it was enchanted with a soul from a slave. No. People in the chat probably know what I'm talking about, but it reminded me of that movie.
No, I'm talking about a 1975 film that spooked me for decades, which is, and I was just trying to make an analogy of, being high and seeing shit, and this chick, Carlee Russell, she says she saw a black toddler on the side of the highway.
I don't know what they be seeing, man. And since we're in Dubai, like, I mean, another hard lesson that people got to learn, that like everywhere is not America. Everything is accepted here. It's not accepted in other countries.
Right.
Especially Islamic countries where they don't drink, they don't smoke, they don't, all of the debauchery and the thottiness, they are not with that at all. Like, so hopefully she don't get paddled to death or anything, but it's a hard lesson she got to learn. Like, this is no LGBTQ-ness over there. Like, all the stuff that rock here, they do not rock in other countries.
I'm seeing that Mariah Mills does not have a child, unless this is wrong. I heard she did. Maybe, I'm sure she'll clear it up. Not that I give a fuck, but
yeah, I don't really care either.
Supposedly she does not have any kids. Go, you were saying? Go ahead.
Yeah, we don't need no more kids by girls like that. And damn, what you were saying about? You were saying something about not stepfathers. I think Mo said something about stepfathers, but I didn't hear him fully because I was raised by a stepfather.
Oh, were you? Okay.
I was raised by a stepfather from 5. He's actually still married to my mom. He's the only father figure I've ever had since I was 5 years old. We haven't had the best relationship, but he is the only father figure I have had. And even though he had his drug problems, but he did try to install in me some sort of ethic codes, morals, and made me not worship celebrities and people that should not be looked up to. Like, he did do that at least.
Nice. Well, hey, man, I appreciate you calling in. Do you have anything you want promoted? I mean, because you can always send me a banner, man, to run at the end of the live stream or in the community section. Again, you and Rory do help me with the music programming for shot97.com. So I want to make sure I'm promoting you if you want that, all right?
Yeah, well, I'm working on finishing the Sleepy Hollow documentary, and I'm also doing a Women's of Drill and a Mothers of Drill. So once I'm done with those, I'll send it in and then, see if the audience and everybody like it.
Nice. Good to talk to you, man. Thank you.
All right, Ron.
Yes, sir. Okay, I just wanted to be sure if this chick has a kid or not. Not that anybody really gives a fuck, but Mariah Mills. Mariah Mills, we're promoting you. I never paid attention to her porn. Again, I'm not a porn watcher. I've seen her face. Nothing against her. I don't dislike her. Just don't give a fuck about what she's doing. And I think Zion Williamson should make better choices, but that's about it. Hi, Patrice. I got your donation. Thank you for tapping in. I'm doing great back in New Jersey, Patrice. If I die anytime soon, it's going to be from too much peace and tranquility. Let me say that. Too much peace and tranquility. I've now gotten into the habit of getting up early, 7 a.m., and then I'm out the door by 7:15, 7:20, and I'm driving along the beach very, very slowly, smoking a cigar, coffee, of course. And I go to two particular spots, and I just sit and I just gaze into the ocean, and it's what I've been needing. It's what, it's what was missing when I was living in Woodstock, Georgia. But I had a great time in Georgia. I will say that, and I'm going to continue to say that. I'm glad I moved there and lived there for that period of time. But it was time to get the fuck on. Malmo sends in a donation. Hang on a second. Star, I was asking, is there a time in society when it's not the black man's fault? Oh, okay. Good question. Good question. Is there a time in society when it's not the black man's fault? Guys, I'm going to finish up here with Cash App and maybe one more. Uh-oh. Number 9 wants back on the line. Hang on a second. Gene Richmond, sit tight. I'll be right there. You're going to be my last caller. Sit tight. Hold on, guys. Blade says, Star, I was just messing with you. I know that you have gone in on the small hats in the past on radio. Who do you think inspired me? Blade, as you know, I'm never scared. I'll put my foot on the gas. I crash out like it's nothing. But, at this stage of my journey, I want to be more of a helper, if I can, with regards to the people that listen to me, as opposed to just bulldozing and plowing through the ruins, But thank you, Blade, for your donation. Lex Diamond says, salute fam, supporting the machine. Okay. Okay, I'll read that later. And number 9, hold on one second. I got one more call ahead of you. Number 9, hold on. This person sent in a donation. J3256. I got your donation, sir. Thank you for your support. Where do you want to start? 301. Is that J Mac? J Mac, are you there, sir? J Mac.
Yes, I'm here. Yes, sir. I'm here.
Yes, sir. Thank you for your support. Where do you want to start? Yes, sir.
Yeah, I wanted to start off with this the kidnapping. I want to say I'm a man of a certain age. I'm 58 years old. Okay. I'm from upstate New York, Newburgh, New York. I don't know if you know it. It's about 45 miles north of the Bronx. I don't know if you know the town.
I know it well.
Oh, you know Newburgh?
Yeah.
Okay, but I can understand you jumping out the window like that with the Tawana Brawley thing back in the days. I was there when that was going on, and yeah, you're exactly right. That was some fugazi stuff, because I know a couple of people that was out partying and hanging out with her that whole weekend when they were looking for her. So I knew that was
easy. This is all alleged.
Well,
but
allegedly, we could say allegedly. But
come on,
yeah, she was out partying that whole weekend, and it was a bunch of that was a bad situation.
Yeah.
But this kidnapping thing here, that one is legit, because the girl, she didn't call 911. She called her cousin, because she was on, if I'm not mistaken, she was on her way to the store and saw a baby on the side of the road and pulled over to try to give help. Mm-hmm. But it was a setup. It was like a setup type situation, and she was on the phone with her cousin at the time, and then everything, kind of went down and the phone dropped so they could hear everything that was going on in the background. And so then she was kidnapped, but then her parents, from my understanding, had the tracking on her phone, the GPS thing. They had already alerted the police about the situation, and then they tracked the phone to the area where everything happened at, and then it went on from there. And I guess the way it blew up on the internet, it went viral, so whoever did the kidnapping, I guess they didn't want to deal with the heat, and they let her go. You get what I'm saying?
Well, listen, if you have detailed information, sir, I appreciate that. But on the phone, when she called her family, all they said was that they heard a scream. She could have been screaming because she just took a good hit off of that powder. I've been there, sir. I've been there. So,
I don't think that was the case, sir.
Hang on, sir.
I think this is a legitimate kidnapping.
So if I can speak, I let you speak. I'm just
okay.
But now, with respect to upstate New York, I have a home in Rome, New York, so I know upstate New York, and I thank you.
Okay.
I thank you for calling in about the Tawana Brawley alleged getting high weekend. What was it, 87 or 88? I forget. Tawana Brawley.
Oh, it was in the 80s back then. Yeah,
87. Because
allegedly, a guy lived across the street from me, and he was telling me what really happened and what went down, and it wasn't what they were saying. So we can leave it at that.
Right.
Yeah.
But hang on a second. Now the phone was left in the vehicle, sir. That's what I read, unless you know something different. She left the phone in the vehicle. Hang on. She left the phone and her wig in the vehicle. You're saying the phone was taken from the vehicle? Where you getting that from?
I think you might I think you may be misinformed with the phone situation. The phone was allegedly left on the ground as they was kidnapping her, and they could hear everything going down through the phone, and then they tracked the phone, and they GPS the phone, and they found the phone on the ground in the area where she got kidnapped at,
and then thus the police got involved, and it went viral.
Gotcha.
And I guess they didn't want the smoke, and they let her go.
Who is they, sir? Who is they that kidnapped this 25-year-old black woman? Who's they?
Well, I don't know who they were, but somebody kidnapped her. So whoever kidnapped her, it went viral. So I guess they said, we don't want this smoke, and they let her go.
Can you
allegedly?
Well, never mind saying allegedly. I mean, if there were kidnappers, help us find them. Were these white supremacists? Who were the kidnappers? Were these niggas riding around with the sticks? Who was the kidnappers?
Well, I don't know the particulars on that point, but I know you don't like the, for me to point out other YouTubers on your show, but
well, I don't want to be involved in any back and forth, but just give me what you think. Never mind other YouTubers. I have no issues, no drama, but what do you think? And I'm going to bring in my last caller. You have the floor, sir. What do you think?
I think that it is definitely was a legitimate, true kidnapping.
Okay.
And they just didn't want the smoke, and they let her go.
Okay. Now, hang on a second.
And people know about the other YouTubers. They can go online. They'll find out who I'm talking about. But, yeah, it's out there. It's out there.
Oh, that's fine. Okay. Tawana Brawley, rape allegations. Hold on a second. I just want to make sure I'm... 1987. Yeah.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
I was 19 years old.
Yeah. She's found with a trash bag after having been missing for 4 days. Yeah.
Yeah, that was all BS. She did all that because their parents was looking for her. She was one of those ones that just was sneaking out and was going.
She was putting boulders in a doohickey, sir. Allegedly. Putting boulders in a doohickey. Beaming up. Allegedly.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, okay. Hey, man, thank you for your call.
Thank you, sir, man.
Salute.
Peace, man.
Yes, sir. Salute.
Easy.
Salute.
Keep
yes,
doing
sir.
what you're doing.
Thank you, man. Thank you. Okay. All right. I let him speak. Gene Richmond, you're back on the line. You're my last caller. Where do you go?
What was that nigga talking about? They kidnapped her, huh?
Easy. That man. Hey, that man sent a donation. Don't take shots at donators.
No. I'm just curious. I'm just curious to know.
I don't know
how someone could say they took her as if he knows something we don't know.
Well, I let him speak. Slow down, man. Slow down.
Have you heard of the story of Sherry Papini? I knew something kind of sounded fishy. Look up Sherry Papini. She was a white woman who went missing for a few weeks after she went jogging and claimed she was kidnapped.
Okay.
And come to find out, she went on a sexual drug-filled escapade with an ex-boyfriend. This was a married woman with children who claims she was kidnapped and was and showed up at her front doorstep 3 weeks later, claiming a bunch of thugs kidnapped her.
Okay.
Well,
this is a black woman who's claiming that she saw a black toddler on the side of the road, and that's why she stopped. Okay.
I mean, but evidently they brought her back, right? The guys who
we don't
the Klansmen who kidnapped her?
We don't know, but she popped up miraculously at her parents' home. She popped up on foot.
How many black women do you know just pop up after going missing? Let's be honest. How many black women actually come back after going missing? They just happen to pop up after. And mind you, she popped up while the weekend was ending. At the end of the weekend.
Yeah.
She could have popped up Friday morning, Friday evening, Saturday morning, but no, late Saturday evening she pops up. I mean,
coming down off that shit. I've been there.
I guess they took her to her house too. They.
Hey man, I gotta go. Number 9. we've said enough. I gotta go, man. Talk to you tomorrow.
Thanks. Yeah.
Thank you, man. Okay, all right. Gene Richmond tapping back in. Enough's enough. Whew. Enough's enough. Okay, guys. Thank you for your support tonight. We've had fun. We've entertained ourselves. Okay. Please check out my sponsors. Tell them I sent you. Hold on a second. And tomorrow, I'm not sure if I'm doing a show. I got to make a run. I'm trying not to go into Manhattan, but I do have a business meeting, I'll just say up north. And I will be in Philly this week, maybe around Wednesday or Thursday. I don't know. What's going on in Philly? A buddy of mine, an Italian guy, sent me a PDF file about some type of developing going on.